And to start us off on the attacker side, it will be FaZe Clan and Immortals on defense. Excuse me. As the attackers are all ready for the pistol, looking towards A to kick us off, and we'll see how scrappy things are going to get.
And it starts off with Asuna looking very aggressively towards this B side to see if anybody was there. A boombot to move forward, and he's going to eat it. That's Koler to first to fall. But it's traded out by a shock dart. A second shock dart to Marved, and that's traded. Sorry, 2 for 2. A 3 versus 3 now as jcStani opens it up towards the U-shaped hole to hold this ground. But ZachaREEE made his way inside the A side, puts the wall up, and evens it up on a 2 versus 2, not a 2 versus 1. Nothing but battles. A push forward, a dink that comes across, and Som wins the fight versus Bjorlulu.
Okay, that recon bolt went, you know, he took an arrow to the knee, and he lived to tell the tale. It was Som that was the one that takes him down. What a take there from the side of FaZe Clan. They'll be moving on to this next round with some weaponry to play with, but what a start here. I think we're in for a good one.
Dude, that was, what, 9 players dying in a span of 10 seconds? I think these guys, when we talked about a buddy system, about trades, I think it's going to happen a lot into this game. This round now, unfortunately, Immortals losing that pistol round are forced on an eco, where they have a double stack here inside the hookah and 3 guys pushing towards showers for a bit of information earlier on. But it's looking very good here for FaZe Clan to win this round, at least control into this B site.
Oh, it's like Raze v. Raze action, but Corey comes out on top. Asuna, of course, will trade it out, but at what cost? jcStani on the opposite side going to take down the opposition in mid, but they've got control of this B site. Spike going to be going down. The connector call guarantees 3 members pushing through, so the Cypher player playing towards the spawn probably should pull off and help his team defend this site.
The thing that's crazy, though, is that Corey got 2 boombot kills in 2 rounds in a row. I've yet to see that yet. Is that going to be one every round? Who knows? Nonetheless, though, Dephh gets the kill long range with the Spectre onto jcStani inside hookah. One more looking to jump out. They're both in there at least. Gangsta, another shock dart kill. These abilities are looking good right now for the defenders as Gangsta with the Bulldog gets 2 kills and comes in with the defuse with 10 HP remaining. How the hell did that happen?
Okay, can you imagine that the reason why Immortals won is because they got a frag in A short and used the gun that the attackers brought into the round, and Gangsta used it against them. What is happening in this map? These 2 teams are just making it so much fun. We are seeing an operator cover Asuna, so he's looking to do some damage. In FaZe Clan, they're trying to make ends meet with a couple of sheriffs.
Like I said, man, this is very rare that I see a lot of ability kills from agents that usually I don't see across the scoreboard. So boombot kills, shock dart kills. It's across the map right now for these players. This is going to be very bloody. It's going to be very fun, at least. A very exciting series I expect on Vine. And it starts off this time here. The eco comes in for the attackers. Gangsta gets the first kill with the bulldog towards that U. Now as he pulls out the owl drone, sees 2 players moving towards his A side. Should be easy for him to run out. Gets that first, looking for the second, connects with the headshot onto Dephh. And just like that, make that a 5 versus 1, sorry, as Som dies inside U.
Super crucial round as well to win flawlessly. They keep their weaponry and they keep an operator in play. Super important to point out. They've got the weaponry now to continue on into, or they may lose now, I mean they may not, but if they do, they have the economy to keep things afloat, especially winning 2 in a row. Having a quick look at these droplets, they are cute, they are adorable, but they are not Immortals or FaZe Clan. These are 2 teams that are going to go head-to-head in this bloodbath. So far, Immortals, they've got FaZe's number.
This round, operator out in the hands of Asuna. Usually the person that's very aggressive for the team is a rifler, but now on a defense, he's looking with the operator, misses the shot, gets a heal up at the same time too, because a combo did come up from a slow orb with other abilities. Now a spray through the cyber cage. He's down to 37, and there's no heal to follow up right after that one. So it's going to be a very tough one for him to stay alive, but at least he's got backup here from 2 other players inside the site.
Yeah, it's FaZe Clan. They're trying to make their way through towards the site, but hasn't really been very successful for them so far. Maybe backing away towards A, and Little do they know that's the correct read. 4 strong for the side of Immortals on that B side, and they'll be faced with only one member. It's Gangsta. But we've seen how deadly he can be. jcStani, I don't think he actually saw them push through. Now the showstopper going to make Corey push through aggressively and confidently. He knows that once he sends it flying, it'll end out with a frag. Won't find anybody. They'll likely get that spike down, but Gangsta has something to say about it with the Hunter Fury. And here comes Immortals with the retake.
You at least tag one there inside you. A full roster retake right now for the Immortals, and Bjor is the first one to move forward. Tapped in the face by Corey as he's holding on the other end as a raise. Asuna still with the operator on the top of heaven. That clock is still ticking on that spike. They're trying to molly out all corners possible, but Dephh and Corey are going to work with the angles that they have. Now enemy spotted, finally connects here is Asuna with the operator, and he's basically on his own with Gangsta trying to clutch this one. Now Asuna's left on his own, unfortunately, as Gangsta dies by the APC, connects with that shot, but nonetheless, the round is going to come in favor of FaZe Clan. It's going to be tied 2-2, and Asuna at least will be able to save his operator.
Oh, Corey gets taken down. Man, silly. I feel like this is some of the sloppiest, most aggressive Valorant I've ever had the pleasure of watching. The post plant in the retake, everyone's got this crossfire, and it's just like a dog pile. They just go all in on each other. But 2-2 here, FaZe Clan put one back on the board. But like I said earlier on, Mortals, they've got the economy to play. They won 2 straight, and 2 straight allowed them to now have 2 operators in play. That's gotta hurt, especially considering there's one on each site. FaZe Clan, how are you going to deal with it? Let's find out.
Yeah, and the interesting part too is that last round you had a showstopper from the Raze, and as he walks inside the site with the showstopper, Corey sees nothing inside the A site. So that gamble that came in from Immortals that was going to be some sort of execution towards B didn't pay off, but at least it kind of helped on that retake so they could move back in as a full 5-man roster rather, but it didn't pay off in the end for that round. And now into round number 5 though, you do have a little bit of action that happened earlier on towards the showers to try to get information, and Asuna unfortunately gets popped early inside hookah. At least he's traded out. No res coming up, unfortunately, for either of the Sages. Dephh is moving forward, but ZachaREEE is going to be the one that opens up onto jcStani. A nice trade into hookah as well. That's going to give a chance for them to move in and get the spike plant, but there's still a brimstone inside the site. And after that, it's going to get spotted. Koler is still winning. They got the wallbang headshot onto Sam as well. And now it's a 2 versus 1. The Rays moving forward, and it is going to be Corey to try to win this one.
30 seconds left on the clock. He doesn't really have a whole lot of time if he wants to push through, and he needs to fight his way through 2 members there on the site, the Brimstone and the Sova. Sees one, trying to shoot him through the Tuna-can, sends the paint shells, but it's the orbital strike that pushes him forward, and a great maneuver in the air, but it's Gangsta with the classic, holding it to the side, taking down Corey, putting Immortals back to the swing of things with a round lead.
That what separates the pro players to the plastic players. Seeing that you're pretty much dead or dead to rights, you actually put a satchel charge to get out of it. Almost caught his opponent off guard, actually, that came out towards that spawn side of the defenders. So a nice valiant attempt for Corey. Unfortunately, does not win that round, and you have Immortals back in the lead. This is going back and forth here, where we're seeing usually a map like Bind, it's kind of split in terms of the scoreboard. It's still very close that you could see on halves. So I don't think anybody's running away with this game as of yet.
And especially once we get to that second half, it'll be different to see how these 2 teams play that half. So how does FaZe Clan defend and how does Immortals attack is going to be the answer to the question I'm looking for in that second half. But the half that we are in right now, 7 rounds remain, including this one. It's FaZe Clan playing it a little bit slower. Of course, they don't really have the economy to be playing it aggressively if they wanted to, but leaving Immortals guessing as to where they're going, how they're going, and when they're going to get there.
Here.
What it is going to be a slow play now for FaZe Clan in an eco, in the eyes of ZachaREEE, who's trying to meet up with his teammates. It seems as though the spike is looking to be committed towards the short A side unless they could get an opener from Dephh and his teammate inside hookah. They are trying to move forward with that as well, dropping the spike for the stage. So they're going to maybe have 3 players work towards that hookah later on in the round. But you could see that Immortals giving him a lot of respect, playing it very passively. But now from that recon arrow is going to give a lot of information away.
Ooh, and that's funny enough, the spike carrier. Gangsta waiting here with the operator. That recon bolt won't spot him out. Jiggle Peak comes through, misses the first shot, and that'll be one that gets through. Still not able to connect with some of these shots, and the smokes will finish things off. It's Koler on the boost that finds the kills, and it's a flawless round here for Immortals. Of course, on the back of an eco, but it's FaZe Clan now that'll have the economy to try to answer back.
Yeah, but we talk about how Asuna is like a key player to the team, getting a lot of first blood throughout the tournament. Again, a stat that was said by Fion on Fire on Twitter that I read earlier this morning. And you can see how it's a little bit shaky where he is with that operator. Opping towards that A heaven, opping towards B long. He hasn't really connected any shots yet. So if he wants to go back to a rifle, I wouldn't be surprised with that either. But maybe we just got to wait for the real gun rounds for him to just get the jitters out so that they can move forward and continue their dominance right now on the first half.
FaZe Clan looking towards B again, just sending out those feelers. Boombot going to be coming out here to try to figure out who is in a hookah, and now they will just send the kitchen sink flying. The Hunter's Fury going to be not connecting with anyone. Sam, the bitter end of that. Asuna now going to try to find that last remaining member, pushing into short, and that wall will guarantee safety as now the kills will start to come through. Dephh and Marved will fly in too, and the Rez as well puts Dephh back into the mix, but it's Koler from a distance. Marved taking out his alter ego. It's just going crazy here on this B site. It's shot after shot. Gangsta gonna find Corey there with the operator. Now it's down to the 1v3, or make it 0v3 as Gangsta takes out Sam.
Yeah, and you saw that change a little bit there. That's what I was talking about. Asuna going with the rifle, trying to play a little bit more aggressive inside the hookah, where he likes to move forward with the showstopper and try to get openings there. He at least got one fight that he won, rotating back outside the window into the site. Gangsta holding the operator as well on that B side. So they have the opportunity to run a double op if they want to on this defender side, but I think we're starting to see maybe Asuna being a little bit more comfortable with the rifle. But the overall, Immortals is slowly running away with this one here on this first half, and it starts off with them now looking to get a little bit more aggression towards this shower side. I don't know if they want to fight for that orb necessarily, but from breaking that recon arrow, it gives them enough information to fall back.
Not really having the weaponry to play here for FaZe Clan. They've got pistols across the board. Of course, that can be quite expensive for Immortals if couple of those members fall, but we've seen that not to be the case, as a couple of flawless rounds already on these ecos for FaZe have been quite deadly for them, as the rounds are slowly starting to slip away and they need to make a dent and make one quickly, because this first half is nearing its end, round after round. Gangsta missing the shot there. They'll start to push in, but it's looking like the shock dart to push them back.
And that's going to push Koler back as well, because the Alan Jones spotted him, but he's still holding his angle right now towards the U. Corey gets the first headshot onto Bjorlulu, the camera to come out as well, and they managed to run through the smoke and the headshot onto Koler. So far this eco is looking very well for a FaZe Clan as they get this fight plan towards the APC. Now at least he connects with the Hunter's Fury as Gangsta gets a kill onto Corey. Now it's a 3 versus 3, still a chance to retake. 2 weapons probably salvaged this time by the attacker's side. Now can they hold it?
Yeah, I think I saw a Phantom get picked up there. That could be very crazy here for Immortals. They need to make sure that they deal with this U-Haul presence quite valiantly. Asuna gonna find one, still 2 remaining on the docket. jcStani will answer back as well twice to be, in fact, Marved and Sam are the ones that are gonna go down. Fuse gets diffused here from the spike. Asuna gonna back away, give that point over to Gangsta. 6-2 is your scoreline. Very, very close to the end here. Just a couple more rounds to go, and Immortals are really showing us how good they can be.
I love it so far here. They're looking very strong, but again, it was an eco that they were up against right on that last round, so at least they were able to waste a few abilities, a few ultimates, wasting that neural theft, from the Cypher to give him a chance to actually retake the site. Sorry, I had a little bit of a buffer going on my stream, so it kind of screwed me over. But now we're back with the action now, as we do have an operator set up, and it's posted towards the short A side. Dephh trying to move forward with as a Cypher inside B. But it's going to be very calm right now. You see that spike? It's down towards that market. They really want to try to take control towards this A/long B side. And this is what I'm talking about. Asuna moving forward with the showstopper, trying to look for information. A long-range rocket does not connect, unfortunately, but at least ZachaREEE gets the kill onto Bjor. An advantage right now for FaZe Clan.
Yeah, one down here for the side of Immortals, and still could go either way. Immortals have proven that they can do a lot with a little. Going to be divided here. Gangsta going to be moving towards A. It's the 2-2 split. Raze as well. Asuna going to be called over to defend the site, but the read is bad as it's FaZe Clan that are making their way through hookah now with the spike. jcStani will be waiting on the opposite side in the elbow. Looking to touch his knees and toes as well as they'll now start to push through. Cage is going to be triggered. The first shots come through. The headshot's good. Looking for more, but cannot find it. Orbital strike as well. Going to try to stop that plant. It's Asuna who's already here. And 2 kills. That's going to be the paint shells as well sent flying. It's 3. Can he find the 4th one? 1, 2. Looking for the 4th. It's the shot from Marved, but Gangsta will seal the deal. Close round there for Immortals, all down to one final player. Yet another round on the board for them.
That's what I talked about, man. Having Asuna right now with the Phantom is actually pulling up and doing very good here for Immortals to seal the deal in these last 2 rounds. Potentially to be or the last 3 rounds rather, potentially to be a 10-2 on the half. Because Gangsta is just on point as well with the operator. And look how much has changed actually, Simo. Bjor is actually the secondary op right now for the team of Immortals. So I'm not sure if they have potential of 3 ops if they want to eventually, but it's not needed right now, as it's actually looking very good here for Immortals. You do have FaZe Clan at least, though, with 3 ultimates. This is could be the round for them to turn things around. And they're looking for this control towards the showers to start things off with Corey.
Ooh, Corey getting dinked there. 98 HP, still has the armor available, but the call from the showstopper means that he's got to back away and forfeit that control, but still actually thinking about peeking back in and make his way into the showers, but it's the headshot from Corey that'll take down Koler. Opening up this A site, it's still the 2-2 split for Immortals, so they only have to deal with 2 here. Gangsta is going to get spotted out by the recon bolt here. jcStani as well. Around the corner they go. It's Sam that takes him down, and it's all down to Gangsta here on the site. They got that spike down.
Yeah, knowing that they push aggressively towards the U-Haul, it's nice to put the Frost Orb down. Trades coming across as Marv has a setup for the Molly. We've seen this before with 100 Thieves, where it makes it very difficult for them to go for defuses, and with that, Bjor just says, screw it, I'm going to fall back and try to save my op into the next round, look for some exit kills if he's being hunted. He is being hunted, actually, from the B side, so he's stuck and pinned inside Defender spawn. Cypher, that is Dephh, trying to move forward inside the entrance. He at least connects with the first shot, but the Brimstone is right behind. So as he looks back towards his A side, though, and you have exits coming through from the spawn, it's going to be very tough here, as Bjor does not connect with that one. The Ghost coming forward, and ZachaREEE will win that fight. 7-3. Finally a point on the scoreboard now for FaZe Clan. Yeah, he dies, but yeah, he actually doesn't have a lot of money right now for FaZe Clan despite that victory.
They didn't get the op. They took down the Sage, they took down Bjor, and then they couldn't get the op. That's gotta hurt. Of course you win the round, but that gun would have been really good in the hands of one of your star players, putting them to work, but unfortunately they'll have to buy their own weapons, or at least some of them will, and Gangsta still got the operator in tow. 2 more rounds remain in the half. FaZe Clan just trying to get a couple more rounds on the board, trying to finish 7-5. Be very difficult as Immortals have got a grasp on the map.
And once again, they also have 3 more ultimates to work with, right? I think they only used 1. The Sage was actually used is actually popped up now into this one here. So they do have the Neural Theft and the Orbital Strike if they want to right now for FaZe Clan. On the other end for Immortals, they only have the Showstopper for Asuna. jcStani playing it very passively. Right now in the back of the site, his teammates a double stack inside hookah. With Asuna and Bjor trying to look and set up this crossfire, but the Owl Drone is going to get so much information. You could see from this minimap, though, it's going to be an all-out split towards B, and the attack is coming in right now.
Yeah, Corey's gonna find one to kick us off. jcStani just trying to spray through and find something. Comes up empty-handed, will rotate back towards the tunnels. It's FaZe Clan that have control, but Bjor finds one onto Corey. Still trying to look for more. It's a couple of kills that have been traded back and forth, but it's Immortals leading the charge. 3 for Bjor. They'll get that spike down, but it's Immortals that defuse it.
And a shock dart kill. Again. But the thing is, I was like, okay, there was 2 guys that were actually set up on a crossfire inside hookah, right? I'm talking about Asuna and Bjor. I saw that Asuna died. An orbital start came down towards the hookah, but Bjor was still somehow alive. So I think they actually all ran out from that hookah area on that split for FaZe Clan. Bjor was hiding inside that smoke, and when it dissipated, they didn't expect somebody else was playing inside hookah, and it was an easy 3K from Bjor to help Immortals win that round and turn it over. It would have been totally different if actually Bjor died at the same time too. But at the end of the day, it adds another round into the first half here for Immortals, and Koler is just going to decide to push down, get the first kill onto ZachaREEE and fall back. Gangsta eating a bit of damage from that boom bot, but is forced to fall back, still manages to come out alive. Last round to go in this first half here, and a wallbang attempted, but it's not going to work because that is a little bit thicker right now inside that showers.
Yeah, that wall has had a couple of Oreos and maybe some Doritos. It is as thick as possible. Shots here from Gangsta trying to find what else is on the other side. Hunter's Fury will end up finding Gangsta. Sam going to be leading that one and finds one to tag to boot. Switching to the operator there, be quickly punished. Now it's just down to the race player. Corey's going to find one early on. The headshot's clean. It's the spike now picked up, but it's taken out by jcStani. A beautiful half here so far for Immortals. Moving on to that second 9-3 scoreline. We saw in the previous map, T1 and TSM, T1 did not have enough of a buffer to close things or to really try to come back. Will that be the same case here? Will FaZe Clan find rounds early to really tie things up, or will Immortals really just close things out similar to how TSM did in the previous best?
Yeah. Again, the all-important pistol round is going to be needed here for FaZe Clan. I mean, when you look at the first half, the pistol round was won by Immortals, but they lost the eco. Right now, FaZe Clan needs to win these 2 to sit a little bit more comfortably here on this second half. And can this setup here on this defender side work in their favor? So they have the Cypher that's looking towards hookah with the camera on top of that. You already have Sova that's rotating all the way towards A, so it's looking to be a quick execute inside the A site, and Corey says, yes, we have what it takes. 1 tap from him, 1 tap from Marved, and now, though, the trades come back from Immortals, so both Corey and Marv fall down. Too late here for Sam on a rotation as he gets headshotted as well by Koler, and now on that quick flank, the big flank, trap wire broken down, position given away as Dephh and his teammate as Sage will try to retake.
Wall here, stopping Bjor from pushing closer and closer. On the opposite side, there's going to be a pesky player causing a little bit of trouble. The shots are not good. Dephh going to be coming out on that duel. Still, it's the 2v2, waiting for the opportunity to push through 2 in the showers. Dephh gets aggressive. Still looking for an opportunity to defuse the barrier orb. They're going to try to knife it down, but up from above, it's ZachaREEE. It's Gangsta that trades it back. Dephh will seal that deal, and FaZe Clan win a very important pistol.
Like Corey said in the interview with Moses yesterday, Dephh is going to be that playmaker for the team. Despite him being late into the party, late into the action, late on that flank, he was still able to open up that 1 versus 1 battle inside you and also win that second 1 versus 1, basically with that spike going down. So he's got what it takes. Now that they win this pistol, you only have 1 upgrade actually going in, actually 2 upgrades for Immortals. They have a Sheriff and a Ghost to work with, but is that going to be enough? I'm going to say no. So FaZe Clan has a chance to come back into this matchup early in this game.
Oh, 2 kills there. Of course, Bjor will answer back. This can be a very expensive round, but Dephh turns on the lawnmower, mows them all down. The grass is freshly cut. And another round on the board there for FaZe Clan. But this is going to be the one that's very competitive. We're seeing Immortals locking in their buys, Phantoms across the board. Let's see how the Opera sings.
And that's the thing, right? You can't really upgrade onto FaZe's side either because, yes, they can if they kind of want to. With Som, he does have enough to buy a Phantom or a Vandal if he wants. But the thing is, you lose the round, you lose the economy, and then you're screwed to a possibility, of 11-5 on that scoreboard. So you're keeping what you got. You got the Bulldogs, you got a Spectre, you got an Operator at least on your side, and that could maybe help things out.
Great start here, though, for FaZe. They'll find Koler. Marved leading that charge through the showers. But the buddy system is really what ended up demise for Koler there. But the rest of Immortals, they're a little bit more spread out, looking to divide and conquer. Seems to be the approach. And it'll be Hookah that is the target of their affection this time around. They'll break down that wall, but backing away as the spike is in the market. Still a little undecided, but they've got a minute left on the clock to decide.
And they didn't want to fully break that wall yet. They just want to let it thaw up in case they want to go for a full execute. Then they can work immediately by breaking that wall, then executing. And nice job there by Som. Unfortunately, though, does not win that fight. I like the idea. Throw out the recon arrow, force them to try to break down the dart, then you peek out and try to get a kill. And they only get one out of that, unfortunately. So now B site is open for business. The spike is still far to get picked up, though. So it's going to have to be Gangsta to move forward and pick up that spike and try to work into B. The thing is, though, nobody has worked into B yet for the other two players. They're still playing it super passively, so they don't have that information in case somebody's playing for its elbow or whatnot. But thankfully, nobody is. Now they move inside the site with 20 seconds left on the clock. That spike is going to go down, and you're just playing Rocket Arena for Asuna, who's going to jump himself out into safety.
Now for the post plant, it's Asuna going to be rotating back over towards Hookah. A great angle on the spike as well. It's FaZe Clan that have to push in, and a very difficult spot. The smokes are at least going to help out with line of sight, meaning that Immortals need to act a little bit more aggressively here to get the job done. Asuna trying to find the perfect angle, but I think he's going to show if he gets a little too close to the ledge there. Spike ticking down, the smoke clears, and now we'll see the fight begin. A couple of shots are going to kick us off. Gangsta will find Corey, all up to one player. It's Marved. Can he get the job done? The job has unfortunately hired a new representative. It's Asuna that'll get that headshot. 5 above their opposition. Immortals win a very important gun round, and now FaZe Clan, let's see how they buy up here.
Yeah, and when I said Asuna was shaky, you could still see from the scoreboard, he's still at 12 kills, so still doing his job. Tied up with Bjor, tied up with Koler as well. Gangsta on top. I mean, we've talked about him a lot throughout this matchup already since that pistol. On the other end, though, Koler and Dephh doing their part as well. I mean, 11 kills out of 5 rounds only that they won. They're doing the best that they can, too. We just need to see them work better as a unit right now for FaZe Clan, especially on this defense, especially after losing that round. Is it going to be a force that they had? I forgot to look at that part of the scoreboard. But you could see from this stack, the way that they're pushing aggressively towards A, they're just trying to work a different route and see if it could pay off. So far, though, they won't find any opposition.
I really like the presence of mind from Asuna to get rid of that camera. Unfortunately, we'll end up falling over to ZachaREEE, and that Hookah push has gone wrong. The resurrection means that they'll have that man advantage now. Fortunately for FaZe Clan, they also have a resurrection. They can also get their player back up. Unfortunately, not really within range or quite far and quite dangerous to do so. So far now for Immortals, it's the 4v4. They've taken out the Sage. Spike is down, and Corey is actually quite near it. We'll look to try to punish these players that are thinking that the Spike is safe.
Yeah, no, he actually even got the kill before, too, so they have to fight back forward, and they will. jcStani getting 2 headshots, and they'll be able to take that spike back. Move into A at the same time, too, but Som is waiting there. Traded out once again. Gangsta moving forward, almost no HP left. Looking with the Owl drone to move out to try to find this last player. And it's going to be way too far for him to try to res his teammates as well. So it's going to be tough for ZachaREEE now on this 2 versus 1. Even you have a Hunter's Fury, you have a Showstopper. It's not looking good on your end.
Not to mention that they forced up here, so they won't really have the economy, at least I think, in the round coming up ahead, which means that this potentially, if this is not going to go over to FaZe Clan, which is likely, because as you see here, going to try to push forward. The headshot's good. One more around the corner, still trying to play ring around the rosy. Orbital strike means ZachaREEE has to push through. Simple, easy execute for Koler, gets that much needed kill. And now I don't really think the economy is going to be there for FaZe Clan. And that means the Immortals might be at match point.
Yeah. And that was such a close call too. I mean, you had the Sova, so that's Gangsta, getting caught with his recon arrow out. If actually we were able to move a little bit faster there for ZachaREEE, it would have been 2 easy kills where the orbital strike never would have went down. So it was a nice play still from Koler to say, look, I need to back out as fast as I can. Don't try to bring a fight. Don't try to judo peek back. The spike is already down. I got to play it towards my favor. I have the orbital strike too, and that was just a clutch play that Koler actually won that round with. So now that they have no money to work with, they're on pistols only for FaZe. And they are looking at series elimination, actually, like you said before.
Great wall there from Bjor, but the firing squad from FaZe will find one. Unfortunately, their Brimstone will fall. And really, the only repercussion is they don't have the orbital strike to deny a potential plant. Bjor checking his corners, dotting his I's and crossing his T's, making sure all is in accordance. That spike is now going to go down on this A site. One's going to be playing in showers, which I don't think they really expect, but are starting to flush it out early. See how FaZe Clan retakes.
Oh my god. How does he land that shot still, no matter what? And he did have a Hunter's Fury, I think, if I'm not mistaken. No, he doesn't actually. Sorry, it's on the attacker side. Asuna, though, getting the Satchel Charge onto Som, and that is only going to leave 2 players remaining. So ZachaREEE starts off with the headshot onto Asuna, but immediately traded off onto Bjor. So last one to go is Corey. He's done this before. Clock is ticking right now as he's moving forward, but such a passive play right now from the attackers, and Bjorlulu, even on top of that, gets the better angle, even though he was spotted first. So map point, series point, and a ticket to the lower finals here is Immortals.
And, you know, especially for a team like Immortals, if they close things out here and now, they're all warmed up and ready for T1. You know, for the side of FaZe Clan, you know, if they're able to claw back, I still feel like they might be looking and feeling a little shaky. You know, not really the best performance that we've seen out of them. They had the momentum for sure, but Immortals really showing us that they have put in the work, blood, sweat, and tears to get to this point, and they want to continue that momentum.
And we talked about it. We thought that Immortals was like kind of an unknown, inexperienced kind of team moving into this one, but they've proven time and time again as the underdogs. Look, we don't mind being the underdogs. We'll just prove everybody wrong, and we're going to show it with our gameplay. 12-5 right now, 4 ultimates ready, at least for FaZe Clan. On the defender side, we have 2 for the attackers, and it's looking to start things off a bit with some control towards B side, but again, Immortals decide to sidestep back and work again towards this A side.
They've left a little bit of utility of spy camera to see who is potentially going to be pushing down B long. Going to be nobody there on the opposite side. FaZe Clan still have 2 on this A site, and little do they know, there are a horde of Immortals ready to push in. 2 through the showers, and the rescue short. Shot's going to miss from Marved, and it's those jitters that I think are going to cost him. Corey will be able to find one. Gangsta easily answers back with the Hunter's Fury. Faceful of lead here for Asuna. Marved with 1, Marved with 2. Down to 32 HP, trying to make ends meet here. Bjor healing himself back up. It's the 3v2 Immortals. How are they going to defend this retake?
Well, Bjor here with Gangsta trying to clutch this one. Well, Bjor falls, unfortunately, so it's up to Gangsta at you. A 3 versus 1 right now. They have a res, they have an orbital strike. Pre-fire shots coming through, and just to be safe, we put the orbital strike down right away. A TK is going to come across, though. They win this round here, but that TK is a lot because that's a lot of money wasted. It's still a low buy. Yeah, they could buy for their teammates, but still, they don't have armor.
Yeah, and
ZachaREEE had to go with blast cannon, right?
Immortals have the economy to just buy up here and live to tell another day. You know, they're at match point here. They can lose 1 round. They can lose 2. Hell, they can lose 3 in a row. All they need is that 1 round. That 1 round to change things back into their favor. And we haven't really seen too many close... Well, we've seen a couple of close rounds from FaZe, but it's really just been Immortals that have had that momentum to keep carrying on.
Now you see that they had rifles across the board, but 3 of the players actually only had small shields. So they don't have that much money to work with, that much utilities, if you're looking at it at the same time too. Boombot to move across towards Hookah, but ZachaREE's in a great angle right now because he heard nothing, or the Boombot heard nothing. He gets the kill onto Asuna, puts a Frost Orb on the ground as well, but Bjorlulu still wins that fight against him. Even reses Asuna to give back a 1-man advantage. Can they take this one back?
Oh, this is not looking good here for FaZe Clan. They also lost their resurrection. Neural theft as well to make matters even worse here for the side of FaZe Clan. They need to defend this push from Immortals. One member all the way on that A site. It's the rest of FaZe Clan that are here to try to stop this plant, but it's already too little too late. That plant will go down. Now it's Immortals using the buddy system to flush out the back of sight. The shots are good, but Sam somehow comes out with the duel. jcStani, of course, get that refrag. And now it's the 2v3. FaZe Clan have a lot of work to do. Let's see how they shape up.
Yeah, it's not looking too good. It's grim right now. You have Corey alive, and you have Corey dead. Asuna aims it with the operator, and the last one to go. How does he get that tap with the ghost? How did he get that tap with the ghost?
What?
13-6 is going to be the final score here as Immortals punches the ticket through the Grand. Lower finals, rather, sorry. They're going to face off now against T1 in another best out of one.
Okay, can we... hold on. What was that flick with the ghost? That was